Nawaambia majaji hawa wamefanya kinyume na Mwenyezi Mungu. Tunapinga kutambuliwa kwao na kuandikishwa kwao, na hatutawaunga mkono milele mpaka kiyama kisimame.
Ikiwa sisi kweli tunataka nchi yetu iendelee, tuyapinge haya mambo.
I can assure you that we are going to make what is practically possible to make sure that this kind of ruling does not see the light of day. So that is within our purview to legislate, and when the right time comes, which is now, we will be able to do it. Uamuzi huu ambao umetolewa ni thibitisho kwamba hawa wangwana wanataka dunia iishe. Kwa sababu ukitoa uamuzi kama huo na kwamba mwanaume hawezi toa kizazi, ama mwanamke hawezi toa kizazi, hiyo unataka kumaliza nchi. Kwa hivyo sisi kama viongozi na wanakamati wanaoangalia mambo ya utamaduni tumepinga hayo, kwa sababu hayaambatani na maelekezo na maisha na hali ya jinsi utamaduni zetu jinsi zilivyo. Kuendelea mbele ni kwamba tunaamuru registrar wa societies asiweze kunakili hata kama koti imeamua, lakini sisi kama watu wanaotunga sheria tunampatia uhuru leo kwamba hiyo chama ya hao wangwana isiweze kuandikishwa katika nchi hii yetu ya Kenya.
This unfortunate ruling will open the floodgates to the normalization of indecent practices and unnatural acts which go against the penal code. It is inconceivable that the Supreme Court, sitting at the helm of the judiciary and which is mandated to interpret our laws, has now acted in blatant disregard of the rule of law. The Supreme Court should not bow, and we repeat, this is a Supreme Court of the Republic of Kenya, should be contextual in its interpretation of the law and know what the Constitution protects.
Nawaambia majaji hawa wamefanya kinyume na Mwenyezi Mungu, kwamba wameruhusiwa na hawa watu watatu. Sisi mamilioni ya wananchi wa Kenya tunapinga kutambuliwa kwao na kuandikishwa kwao, na hatutawaunga mkono milele mpaka kiyama kisimame.
Ikiwa sisi kweli tunataka nchi yetu iendelee, tuyapinge haya mambo.
The courts hid under while purporting to interpret the Article 24 sub-Article 4 of the Constitution to say sex therefore includes sexual orientation. And sexual orientation, as you know, is the idea that you determine your gender each minute, each second, each time, in spite of your sex of birth. So that I entered here as a man and you can see it, but in the middle of this interview I can say and I'm a woman, and you must treat me as a woman, refer to me as a woman, give me all spaces of a woman henceforth. And then you remember the case undergoing inquiry in Scotland currently, where a convict said he's a woman for purposes of imprisonment and was taken to the female sections and went there raping every female person he found around. And the inquiry cannot yield much because the response of the wardens is that, having identified himself as a woman, he had to be taken to the women section. That is where we are being pushed to. I did tell you during the last interview that in April I was in a European country I would not tell you, and I went into our bathroom and then into the steam bath area, and a woman joined us there saying she had identified herself as a man. And but there I was warned by the management never to raise it, because if I did, I would pay a six-figure fine before I return to Kenya. That is where we are. So the idea is that once you shout sexual orientation, you determine your gender. And currently there are over 157 gender categories across the world, including that of stars, birds, frogs. You can call yourself whatever you want. Countries like Canada have gone to the level of enacting what they call pronouns law, prescribing up to 39 pronouns you refer yourself to, so that you refer a girl as they be or as them for a single person. Now, the amendment of these provisions will seal the constitutional gaps the courts have been relying upon to introduce homosexuality in Kenya under the guise of judicial interpretation, and secure the legislative mandate, and secure that legislative mandate belongs to Parliament and constitution-making power remains with the people. These are the provisions our courts are using to make the Constitution, more so on matters concerning Bill of Rights, which is something reserved only to the people of Kenya as their governing instrument. We are engaged in a war not only to save our society, but to salvage